Welcome everybody. Welcome. I hope everything is working okay. This is Pine Grove News live stream. We're live. Let's bring this back to Mixler. Okay. So it is October 10th. It's Wednesday. It's a warm day here in New England, southern New England, in October. Yeah, we have our... Oh, that was my door alarm again. Going off. So, bunch of news. I mean, there's so much news out there, just can't keep track of it all. We can't get through it, you know. Maybe a couple hours worth, but no, we're not going to do that. So, but we are going to talk about... Yeah, we're going to talk about Michael and other things going on in the tropics and in the mid-Atlantic. We're also got a couple updates for you. An update on that thing that Californians saw in the sky the other night. I believe it was on Monday. Yeah, we have an update to that. Kind of what I said. And then, of course, you know, midterms coming up. We got some crazy Hillary out there. And it's just crazy. Everything's crazy. Crazy, wacko, you know, immoral, disgusting place we live in. Welcome to Pine Grove News Live. All right, let's go. So let's go over to... all right, I got my volume up there. I'm just checking. And I do not know if you all can hear me over on live stream. Huh. Yeah, they're way behind. So they're monitoring me. So in any case, we just get going. Let's go to Atlantic. Let's go to AccuWeather. And here is, this is not an update though. I'm just going to update it right now because it has downgraded Michael to a Cat 3 now. So let's just do a quick refresh and you'll see that. That happened about an hour ago. Okay, so there you have it. And still, I mean, hitting land with the Cat 4, we know it's going to downgrade, but I figured it'd be down to at least a 2 or a 1 right now. Once it hits land, there's not really any energy for it to keep going, right? And so anyways, you see over here also, Leslie, still a Cat 1. And you see the way some of this jet stream and the moisture and clouds are going. This is just very weird right here, going west to east. Normally, this is where the stuff comes. Now, I don't know about that time of year, so maybe it's the time of year where the winds go reverse. I don't know. But watch for this thing coming out here, a little south of that. So you figure this going, you know, west to east, and all this is, I don't know, just kind of blowing up. This one may die out temporarily. Nadine. A lot of busy stuff down here in North-South America. Okay, so let's. So that's been downgraded, but we'll get to that again. We'll talk about that. The only thing we got over in East Pacific is now thunderstorm Sergio. Okay, and of course, it's got the, you see the jet stream, or where the wind and everything's going is to the northeast. Looks like it's going to, you know, come up into here somewhere. And we also, let's see, I believe it was in the Indian Ocean. There's nothing in the West Pacific, but we have still this typhoon right here. And there you see it, the Indian Ocean. What's going on there? Glubin, and Tatil over the Bay of Bengal, which I believe is this, Tatil. Anyways, there you have it. There is the look at the weather charts, the wind motions, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, let's go this one first. Georgia. Okay, Georgia braces for the Hurricane Michael. State of emergency issued for 92 out of 159 counties. Okay, and this from the week, Hurricane Michael may be the worst storm ever. Ever, really? Didn't they just say that about Florence? Biblical, proportionate hurricane, man, of apocalyptic intensity. Right? Isn't that what they just labeled Florence as, Well, here, Michael may be the worst storm to ever hit Florida Panhandle, warns the FEMA chief. Chief what? Chief Brock Long. Chief Brock Long. Yeah, so it must be the most intense storm the Florida Panhandle has seen in 167 years. Calling it a Gulf Coast hurricane of the worst kind. Yeah, well, what was that one? Not Katrina. Last year, Rosa or something like that. Maybe even, no, it wasn't that name either. The one that hit Houston, that area last year. I mean, that hit at a, I believe it was a Cat 4, went inland, came back out into the Gulf, turned to a Cat 5, and then came back in. Now that was some weird stuff. But it downgraded quickly. So at the moment, Michael has been downgraded to Cat 3. And so, hang on, people, we're praying for you. Not just the Floridians, the Georgians, and all the other ones that are going to be affected, all the way back out to South Carolina, North Carolina. Who knows? I think the waters are cooler now, but maybe it'll regenerate. Who knows? But in the meantime, here, over at the Watchers, at least 10 killed after massive flash floods hit Malaraco or Malacra. 5 months worth of rain in 2 hours? Wow, we were talking about, record rainfalls, yearly rainfalls in 24 hours. When was that? But was that springtime? Yeah, well, 5 months worth of rain in 2 hours in Spain. So more than 9 inches of rain fell on this Spaniard Balearic Islands yesterday, causing one of the worst flash floods the island has seen in 25 years. Yeah, folks, these are big storms, and they're growing bigger and bigger. The moisture content is just increased. I'm just going to say tenfold just for the sake of saying it. It may be more. So, birth pains? Yeah, can anybody say birth pains? Are they increasing? There's a lot of people out there will have to say, yes, indeed, there are birth pains, and they are increasing. I'm just gonna, there's a lot of videos in here from phones, and for the sake of me not getting a copyright strike onto YouTube, we're just gonna play one. anyway, we'll stop that. Almost over anyway. We'll show you some other ones down here that, you know, they got a few of them. And if you could see, I can see that you will see the link up there. So if you want to go to that, you'll have to just copy and paste the link. I have not been able to. Well, I haven't really tried it actually on the YouTube Live, the PGN live stream. And for anybody who's going to watch this video later, we're probably going to do away with the Mixler part of it. If the YouTube keeps streaming, you can always go back to it if it stops. But there's, I don't know, it's kind of draining on the resources here just a little bit. I've had, you know, technical issues with the microphone because of the Mixler program, and they don't like each other. So, but in any case, I'm going to keep, you know, screencast schematic, copying it so that I can load it up to my other sites in case YouTube, you know, does what they normally do and shut this down for no reason. But we'll just keep going and giving you the news until it happens. So I got backup sources now. So look at the mess. Look at the mess. See a few tweets down there in Italian, which I cannot read. And this one, let's see. 11 dead after flash floods and mudslides hit Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Costa Rica, and Guatemala. Yeah, and I only got those right because I've said them before. Anyway, so what's going on over there? Remember, people, remember the videos I did on Monday and maybe Friday. This is concerning Venezuela in South America. Okay, I know that's not in South America. This is, I think this is Central America. Not sure. But they will, I think they will show us a map here. Yeah, this is, and it's probably related to this Michael. Okay, this is what they got before Michael started barreling down here. That's my guess. That's what it looks like. That's where Michael was formed. It was just a thunderstorm. In any case. Alright, so we also had an earthquake. You see, that earthquake was in the Curly Islands at a 6.0. 6.0. Okay, right up here. I believe that's Russia. And this is the Bering Straits, or Alaska, Japan, obviously. So I haven't heard, and I haven't really had time to check whether there was any type of tsunami. You know, even here, if I went back, I don't believe. Usually, if there is a tsunami warning, they normally do not show a link on the page, which they're not doing now. But they would have already known by now whether there was a tsunami or not. This happened, you know, 7:45 UTC time, wee hours of the morning. So somebody would know by now. All right, so let's move on down to the Dow. Yeah, let's move down to the Dow. It didn't do too well today. This over right here, let's see, from WND, has it down at 600, the worst drop since March. But someone else has it down 800. And anyway, here's a video. Let's see if it'll work. Most of it's just nonsense to me. Yeah, is it gonna play? Come on, play. Play. All right, something about the in-article videos will not let me play it. Well, it will probably play it when I go to the next screen. That's how it usually works. So That is not what I wanted to show you. All right. Well, there was. I'm trying to find that other article that mentions the 800 that the Dow was down. But anyway, it did not do too good. It's the worst here since March, and the worst period. They're talking about, and I don't know much about the economics except that they're real bad and they're all fake. So I have other people follow that. I know, see, Mr. T over there at Shepherd's, he follows the economy and stuff like that pretty good, and they also follow politics. So we'll have to have them on sometime. Just wondering how Skype is going to work with YouTube. I've seen it work before, so it could work. Maybe we can get Mr. T and Mrs. T on and give us some other news that you don't normally hear, except in little bits and pieces. Yeah, they know a lot about that QAnon and all that other stuff too that I'm just been following recently. But in any case, so I will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube live, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that will be PGN, short for Pine Grove News, live stream. Now, I told somebody else, just PGN live, and I think you can get there by doing that, but it shows up in the title as PGN. I don't want to confuse you. PGN live stream. So in any case, either case, I think you can still get there. So I guess this is not an update because I don't remember the first story, but this from the End Time Headlines. 38 confirmed cases of mysterious polio-like illness reported in 16 states. I don't remember the first update. 16 states. That's pretty much headline news. So in any case, we're going to leave a little blurb down here from CBS Pittsburgh. 3 cases of mysterious illness and partially paralyzes children and is likened to polio have now been confirmed in Pittsburgh. It's called the acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM, and it affects the body's nervous system, specifically the spinal cord, and can cause paralysis. There have been 38 confirmed cases in 16 states. Now it's in Pittsburgh. UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh confirmed Tuesday afternoon that 3 children being treated at their facility are suspected of having the polio-like disease. So the Children's Hospital released a statement, and if you want to go over and read that, you have the endtimesheadlines.org, or you can go here, because End Time Headlines does the same thing I do, and we go out and we search for news. And this is the link. Okay, you can stop the YouTube or whatever and get the link.
Serious illness that partially paralyzes children is now in Pittsburgh, and doctors at Children's Hospital are treating several suspected cases. Brenda Waters.
Yeah, we've already heard that. Thank you very much. Hope I don't get copyright for that. Didn't even want them on there. Yeah, they just go. It'll probably start again when I get out of here. So you got the link? I'll just do it this way. Bloop. End of an era. Yeah, I mean, they haven't been in our town for, I don't know, 3-4 years now. So 125-year-old Sears filed for bankruptcy. And that's a tragic thing. It is tragic. They're, been in the red since, 2010. Hasn't turned a profit, they said, since 2010. And it's $134 million in debt. I'm telling you, folks, who's got all the money? If everyone is in debt, all these countries, including ours, that are in debt, who's got all the darn money? Who has all that money? You add all these millions, billions up, and it's a lot more than 20 trillion. You're talking trillions and trillions. I mean, look at the money they lost. That mayor, what's his name? Don't even like him. Giuliano, I forget his name. All that trillions of dollars in paperwork and everything else, paper trail, all gone up in Building 7, or I should say, gone down with Building 7 of the World Trade Center. Yeah. You know that he actually had another command post going that day on the pier, some pier somewhere, that made it, I don't know, 10, 20 times bigger than what he had in that level on Building 7. Yeah, I was just going over some supposedly new 9/11 footage, and yeah, he wasn't supposed to be there. Supposed to be in that building. All right, so people, this is an update for you, okay? Remember this? Stunning visuals at Falcon 9's rocket first stage separates from second stage. I was on here Monday telling you people about this. You got all these freaking, fear mongers, and if you're going to just go out there and call something that it's not, I mean, it was common sense. Of course, they're going to say there's a conspiracy going on because they did it at night, and why didn't they do it during the day? It's just, first of all, people, they're not on your schedules. They're on their own schedule. They've done rocket launches at night before. It's a window that they have to meet, weather window and other conditions. But in any case, I'm going to show you this video down here. It's only 1:05, but the first 15, 20 seconds is what you need to see, and this is what everyone saw in California. They've attributed it to fallen angels, fallen tech, aliens. This is not a rocket. This is not a rocket. From Plain Truth. Anyways, here you go, folks. Watch closely. Now, you stop it right there, and that is where you get a couple of these videos from Monday. This is where they capture it, and I think they go in slow motion, because this is not slow motion. This is probably even sped up a little bit, but you remember this part, that they're calling something else, and this one was something, but let's just play a little bit more. Okay. So that's heading to the atmosphere. Another shot, another angle. So that's all you're going to see. So let's watch this one more time. Okay? There we go. Rocket taking off, releasing the second stage, and there you have it. I mean, these flat earthers are going to have fun with this one, because, this one goes up and makes a loop, and it looks like it's coming back down, but it's actually going on a curvature. Anyway, there you go, folks. That's what was happening Monday, with all these other people coming out and talking about other stuff. That's how some of these things get started. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's fake news, it's just misinterpreted. In any case. Well, guess who's out? We've heard about this Monday too, and recently, that, yeah, Hillary's out. Obama's out. He's been out there campaigning too for the Democrats. And so I want to show you this one first. There's a little video here. This is from, let's see, IWB. Right, at the moment I don't understand what that means. But anyway, Hillary's back in the news, and she's openly endorses political violence. Yeah, this is funny the way they do this stuff. So, the article goes on to say, let me give you something to contemplate upon right before the midterms. The evil witch is back in the news cycle with a vengeance. On a short side note, can you imagine America with Hillary president? It wouldn't, I don't know, it'd be called something else, but anyway. The sheer thought makes his skin crawl. It makes mine crawl a little bit too. But obviously, the Lord is in control, and the saints have prayed, and they're getting exactly what they want or asked for, and exactly what the Lord wants. So let's play this.
You cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about. That's why I believe if we are fortunate enough to win back the House and/or the Senate, that's when civility can start again. But until then, the only thing that the Republicans seem to recognize and respect is strength.
Is strength, yeah. So that's a subtle hint, strength. Okay, so enough of that. I don't know why these people. Well, CNN, so that's why. I just looked at it again, sorry. Yeah, that's about the only one that would give her time. So Hillary Clinton's veiled threat. If Dems don't win back control of Congress, they will escalate violence and mayhem across America. Okay? They were already doing it. They're already doing it. You got that Antifa in the news. I believe it was yesterday. I have I don't have it on here. I have it on my PC, but it's from foxnews.com. You know that Gutfield guy? That short little, I don't know, I guess he's Jewish. But he goes on there, and the title of this is called Left Wing's Mobs of Angry Losers Attack Civilians in Oregon. And they go around, it's the 5. It's that show that's usually on, you know, with 5 people at 5 or something like that. I used to watch it. And, yeah, he talks about mobs, and this, it's just funny because this, I watched the video that he shows in that link. Just go to Fox News Insider and type in Gutfield, and maybe you can find the link there. But he talks about the Antifa that are out there in Oregon, standing in the streets, blocking traffic, you know, signal others through, talking at them, swearing at them, threatening them. And there's at least, I could see at least maybe a half a dozen to a dozen people in the general area that they were showing. Now, Gutfield calls it a mob. And there's one black guy on the panel there, for some reason, and I have no idea, but he says it's not a mob and they're not doing what they're doing. I don't know why he would side with them. But if anybody has any common sense, it obviously looks like there are people dressed out there in this black, well, they were all black garb, but that's Black Lives Matter. But anyway, they were out there. They were banging on the cars as they're going by. And, you know, thank the Lord that he has made me another person, because, and even now, I think that if they would have done that to my car, I think I would have gotten out. What do you think that's going to, what they're doing is going to elicit a response from? There's going to be somebody who's going to step out. And this is, first of all, Hillary should be arrested for sedition, for calling this stuff out, for saying, you know, she's threatening American citizens if the Democrats don't take the House or Senate, or Senate. Now, why are these people not arrested? Obama did the same thing. They both should be arrested for treason against America, against its citizens. And sedition is the charge. You know, they hung the Queen of England for stuff like this. Long time ago. Actually, they didn't hang her. They used the guillotine. Sorry. Yeah. So I wonder why we got all those guillotines that the government bought. They did. They bought, I don't know, it was 20,000 or 30,000 guillotines. And the number could be as small as 3,000. Small. One enough still for, you know, every street corner. But in any case, yeah. There you have it, folks. You know, Hillary's back out there. And somewhere, hiding somewhere, is George Soros. And who are these people? Where are these people? I mean, do they have nothing else better to do than to, you know, terrorize citizens? I thought we had a war against terror. I thought we had one right now. I thought that we could peacefully protest. Well, I haven't heard of one of their protests that were peaceful at all. They should be arrested. Anyway. So with that, speaking of Hillary, this is from Neon Nettle. Now, I've been to this site a couple times. I don't know, some of it may be a little conspiratorial, but in any case, another murder or another death around the Clintons. So this one is titled Russia, or Russian, who offered Hillary Clinton dirt, murdered in helicopter crash. This happened a few days ago. Actually on the 8th. Says right, well, that's when they posted it. So, investigators confirmed 2 bullets found in pilot's body after Putin prosecutor killed. You know, this pilot who was flying the helicopter that crashed in Russia, killing everyone on board, including a high-ranking prosecutor who offered dirt on Hillary Clinton to the Trump campaign and was shot twice before crashing the rotorcraft. Yep. Here's another one. I know it's probably close to 100 now. Deaths that you can link to the Clinton Foundation in one way or another. So I want to bring this one up before we're almost done. There's like 2 more articles, so this may be the last one. This is kind of an update to the South African white farmers who are being ran off their land, killed and or murdered, the entire family, man, woman, or child. You know, the government in South Africa is taking back farmland. For what? I don't know. Maybe just because they want it. I think there's mention of, what do you call it? So anyway, now, so these South African Zulu nation joins the white farmers to protest the government land because they're getting fed by these farms. They're going to lose their meal ticket. So, yeah, if you want to eat, I best you stand up and do something. I bet if they took the EBT cards away from all those Walmart low-income people, that there would certainly be an army instantly there. Oh, yeah. Big army. I'm wondering if this, you know, if this Antifa doesn't have a lot to do with some of those that maybe were threatened with taking their EBT cards away unless they went and protested. That's my little conspiratorial message. Comment. So anyways, the largest ethnic group in South Africa, Zulu, has spoken out against the racial exportation of land without compensation in the country. Zulu is ready to cooperate with the country's white farmers, known as Afrikaners or Boers, to prevent the seizure of their land. Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini has said the group will cooperate with South African minority rights groups, AfriForum, because they desire to eat in the future. Simple as that. They want to eat in the future and take away the farms. And I don't believe that they're actually using the farms after they take it. So it's just a racial thing, apparently. Go figure, huh? And just wanted to mention this real quickly from IntelliHub. Tariffs cost Ford Motor Company $1 billion and layoffs are coming. So we're all wondering when this was going to start. And here it goes. I mean, there's been a problem with the freaking, you know, what do you call it, car industry anyway. And it's been quite a few years that they've been in a decline. Nobody's buying cars for one reason or another. So I don't know. I mean, is this? And then you're going to get into the conspiratorial side, and I don't really call it a conspiratorial. I call it a thinking for yourself and thinking out of the box. You know, alternative thinking. That's what I call it. You got this increase, and I just know that the Lord has, you know, He's in control. He's doing it. But, you know, these elites think that they're doing it. All these storms, all these hurricanes, all these flash floods, okay? You're talking, you know, when water comes down and you got floods up and, you know, into the vehicles everywhere. Everywhere, man. Everywhere there's been a flood, those vehicles are no longer good. The wires get all wet and they get rusted and they're no good. They'll start fires. You have to replace the entire electrical system in a car. And nobody's willing to do that. They're going to scrap them. Okay? And so that's the insurance companies. They get bailed out. They give the, you know, the owners, you know, a smaller amount back. Enough to buy another car, maybe. And so they get a new car or a new truck. Right? That's how the cycle's been working. That's how this country has been prepped and propped up. Well, I wish Mr. T was here to confirm or deny that fact. So in any case, I also watch out for this. This is our last story, okay? This one from Sputnik. We need to watch out for this because we know that the government, the U.S. government, has purchased chlorine or cyanide in bulk, and now this this group, the Daesh, seizes chlorine barrels after fight with NERSA from militants in Syria. Now people can easily make, you know, this mustard gas, I guess, cyanide, chlorine. I guess I'm just taking a guess, but you need those two. Chlorine alone can do some damage, but now it's going to be in the hands of whoever. Let's see. And have seized at least 2 barrels. So these Daeshi terrorists have attacked militants from NERSA, and they seized the barrels, at least 2 barrels with chlorine gas. So look out for some type of gas, maybe even blamed on Assad. Who knows? I mean, they're going to take these, you know, disasters and use them, you know the saying, right? Can't let a good disaster go to waste. Or the other one, which I can't remember, you know, problem, solution, I don't know, there's a third part to that. But anyway, that's it for the news tonight. There's so much news out there. A lot of it's, you know, majority of it's junk. This is junk. But at least you're better informed, you know, about the Earth hurricane now and Hillary. You know, everyone you would expect Hillary to come out and try and rally the Democrats, but you know what? I have never voted before, And I might even go vote. I do not want to vote for, thieves, liars, killers, murderers. I don't want to vote for them. I'm in a big spot here, and I'm going to go pray about it. I hate to, have something turn around and something could have happened with one more vote. I mean, I've seen it happen. I've seen it in the Bree exit. 2 close votes. I don't know. But anyway, I'm nothing. I don't have any political affiliation at all. I don't like them. I don't want to be a part of any of them. So leave me the heck alone and go kill yourselves by yourself. Go destroy yourselves. The Lord will use what you're doing for good. I'm going to be a part of that. So there you have it, folks. I will see you again on Friday, unless something comes up when I come out before that. So God bless you all. Keep your family close. Please forgive each other. We have to forgive each other. You're looking for freedom, or you need to be free. You need to just forgive. Forgiving will release you from so much burden and stress. Take my word for it. I've done it. I forgave my father, my stepfather, who I don't know. I only seen him when I was 6 years old. I remember seeing him. The things that he's done, I had to forgive him. So let it be done. Peace out, everyone.